So Candace Owens just went all the way in on the left's radical agenda, from education to taxes to 100 genders to everything else. It's an amazing, amazing little epic little mini rant. Check this out. This is Candace talking about it.
Could you imagine what it is like for me, who has a biracial child, who is being told that your child is going to be literally taught in the school system that they are either half oppressed or half privileged? There's no space for these people. I believe that you are correct, Laura, when you say that this is where we hit education. We need to stop the conversation. Yes, it's important, the lower tax argument, but it's not the argument that's hitting home when you talk about what's happening inside the school systems. Everybody cares about their children. They understand what's going on. This pick your gender, the transgender that is going on, and most importantly and most potently, telling children that they need to see race everywhere. At the same time, you are not telling them to focus on hard academics. We're not teaching engineering and math anymore. We're teaching critical race theory. That is the most important element. And that is because what they want to do is to water down the education system to produce dumber kids, because dumber kids means that you can almost guarantee that they're going to become servants to the government. They will end up on welfare because they have no practical skills.
Now, another data point, Candace, ahead of 2022, Americans are increasingly turning on Black Lives Matter because the movement's favorability rating is down from 61% right after the Floyd killing to just 48% today. I guess stoking a violent crime wave is not exactly the way, I guess, to win support, Candace.
That's exactly right. You know, Black Lives Matter is an organization that has led to more Black death. They said that it was done in the name, these riots and these protests, in the name of George Floyd, who had a long criminal record. And what actually ended up happening was that Black neighborhoods burned, Black men and Black women were killed during these riots, and Black people were arrested. So it really just led to more devastation for Black people. Some of us had the courage to call this out early on. People are now seeing what this means. Less policing doesn't mean that nothing's going to happen in the neighborhood. There's not going to be police. What it means is that the gangs are going to rise up and take the place of police officers. We've seen this story in America before. And I personally think that if Republicans don't have the courage to call this stuff out, one of the biggest issues that we're facing right now is Republicans are scared to be called racist. Stop being fearful to be called racist when you are not racist and you are looking at the person that is actually a racist and is a segregationist, and that is the left.
And so when you talk about and when you look at what she's talking about, she's absolutely right. And you see this indoctrination happening in the school system. You see this indoctrination happening in the media. You see this indoctrination happening in social media. And I think that she's right when she ends up by saying that people are seeing this more. This is not just crazy people talking. This is not just a fringe thing. People are actually seeing what is going on. And leading into 2022, not only do we see what's going on in the education system, not only do we see what's going on in the media, we see what's going on in this administration and how it affects the lives that we are living today with inflation, high gas prices, everything else. And we are going to go back to the ballots in 2022, take back the House, and let them know that we cannot stand for this stuff. There are so many people whose eyes are being opened thanks to people like Candace. Well done.